Welcome to episode 44 of Reverse the Relapse. And today we are talking about why you are sabotaging your weight loss surgery success. You're in the right place if you're ready to stop the sabotage and weight regain post weight loss surgery and start losing again. Hi, I'm Georgie Beams. I'm a psychologist who works in the area of emotional eating, sabotage, and weight regain for weight loss surgery patients. I work both in a weight loss surgery clinic as well as supporting women online to reverse the relapse. I honestly believe that psychology should be a mandatory part of everyone's weight loss surgery journey. Your body has had an upgrade to version 2.0 after surgery, but your mind has been operating at version 1.0. You're here to update your mind to match your body and get back on your weight loss path, and I'm here to help you. So you have probably heard me say before that we are the sum of different parts. So we have a part of us that wants the best for us, and that is a part of you that signed up to weight loss surgery. The part of us that has good intentions every time that you do something really good for yourself or exercise with food, preparation, maybe focusing on self-care. That part, the part that wants the best for you, is probably out right now listening to this podcast. But we have these other parts. And I want to share the most common parts for weight loss surgery patients that I have observed. And these parts can sabotage your success. So the first part is the part of you that wants you to fail. The part of you that wants you to stay as your 1.0 self, the struggling self, the pre-surgery self. This part of you tells you that you will fail again, that you're going to stuff up your surgery because that's what you've done before. Another part of us is our inner rebel. So this part will say, stuff you. I'm going to eat the chocolate. Don't tell me what to do. I'm in charge. Another part of us is our victim part. And this is a part of us that feels really sorry for ourselves. Like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to change. Nothing's going to work. Poor me. Why can't I have a normal relationship with food? This is so unfair. And the last part is our perfectionistic part. So this is a part of us that will not risk any more failure, too scared to fail. So I won't even try. I can't risk it. It's a part that's very rigid, can't make a mistake, compares ourselves to others and falls short. So if these parts, either one of these parts or a combination of these parts are in charge, they will sabotage your weight loss surgery success. Because these parts want to keep you at your 1.0 self. And this looks like making 1.0 decisions. 1.0 decisions are about sneaking chocolate at 9 p.m. at night when everyone's in bed. Or these 1.0 decisions could be around passing up opportunities that could really help you to step into your 2.0 self. But you pass up that opportunity because one of the parts has talked you out of it. So again, all roads lead to your 1.0 self. And this is because these parts are 1.0 parts, meaning that they've been with you the whole time. These parts have been here for how many years or decades? These are your pre-surgery parts. This is a big part of why you've needed surgery in the first place. These parts telling you to keep eating, telling you to start tomorrow, telling you you're going to fail, telling you to give up, don't bother trying. Now, we can't get rid of these parts. We all have them, right? But we can give them a demotion. If we give them a demotion, it gives us space for the real you, the part that wants the best for you. This is a part we want to trust, we want to listen to. 2.0 part, 2.0 results. Now, the 1.0 mind allows these parts to make all of the decisions and to push you around to keep you at your 1.0 self. But the 2.0 mind now understands that these are just our parts talking, right? The failure part or the perfectionist part or the victim part. And it allows then the real you, the you that wants the best for you, to be in charge. Now, our mind loves to be safe. It's all about safety. You know, when we talk about our subconscious mind, and that looks like predictability. It looks like security. It looks like staying with those old, tried and tested ways that are comfortable and familiar. So anything that's new, aka version 2.0, because that's new, right? It's deemed to be unsafe. And one of the parts can jump in and talk us out of things, right? Don't do that. You'll fail again. Remember, nothing worked for you before. So decisions from the parts aren't in alignment with the real you. They aren't in alignment with your 2.0 self. The real you wants to be your 2.0 self. And if the real you is in charge of your decisions, you can and will get there. But you need to be aware that the parts will always try to come and override and undermine the real you, the 2.0 you. So I want you to think of a time when this might have happened. Think about your weight loss surgery. If you're like most of the weight loss surgery patients that I've worked with, you researched it. You had multiple appointments. You interacted with others who also had the surgery, asking a lot of questions. And then at some point, chances are some doubt might have crept in. Maybe it was leading up to the surgery. Maybe it was when you were making a decision to have the surgery. Maybe it was days or weeks after the surgery. Have I done the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? What have I done to myself? It was the real you, though, the one that wants the best for you, that decided to get the surgery in the first place. But the parts casted doubt. Yeah, started questioning things, wanting to take you back to your 1.0 self. So when I was really struggling with my eating and weight, I had all the different parts in charge of me, right? I had the whole failure part, I had the rebel, the perfectionist, and the victim. I had them all, right? And all of the internal dialogue from these different parts, I heard as my truth. I didn't realize at the time that they were only parts of me. But these parts just had too much power. And because I thought to myself, yes, of course I feel like a failure. Yes, I'm going to have the chocolate if I want it. Yes, no one tells me what to do. Yes, of course I want a normal relationship with food. Of course this is hard. Of course this is unfair. I just heard all of this as my truth. And then I just reacted to all of these parts. And reacting to all these parts meant that I was eating as my 1.0 self, and my weight was as my 1.0 self, where everything was a struggle and hard work. So as I said, I didn't realize at the time that it were the parts that were talking, not the real me. But when the parts are in there taking over the conversation, the real you, that 2.0 you, is otherwise hidden. There's no space because these parts are so powerful. So if you're not where you want to be with your eating and weight, chances are that one of the parts, or a combination of the parts like I had, are in control of your eating and weight. Yeah? 1.0 thinking, 1.0 results. And the issue is that these parts don't want you to change. They will do and say anything to keep you in your 1.0 ways because that is deemed to be safe. But now you know how the parts work. And now you can choose to demote them and allow space for the real you to make these decisions. You can trust the real you. So I have some questions to finish up that will encourage you, and I encourage you rather, to delve deeper and really consider these, okay? So the first one is, which part is mainly in charge of your decisions? Is it the failure part? Is it the rebel? Is it the victim or the perfectionist? Secondly, Which part of you comes in and overrides the real you? Remember, the real you, it's the part of you that wants the best for you. So when you're in a situation where you know it's a 2.0 decision, which part undermines you? Again, is it the failure part? Is it the rebel, the victim, or the perfectionist? Thirdly, what are the main decisions when one of the parts comes out? So for me, my pattern was when there was a decision to do with my development, whether that was professional or personal, I was happy to invest money. Yeah. But if it was just for me without that, like maybe, doing something nice for myself, like a massage or a facial, one of the parts would come out and talk me out of it. So what are your patterns around this? So is it okay for your kids but not okay for you, in terms of some of your decisions? So that can be another common one with clients I've worked with. Another question I want you to sit with is, what might you have missed out on because one of the parts stopped it? Do you have any specific examples that stand out to you? And finally, where might you be now if you didn't listen to the part of you that undermines the real you, right? The 2.0. What would be different in your life? Where would you be now if you just trusted and only listened to that 2.0 self? So this is the final one. Most importantly, now that you know this new knowledge and understand these are just parts, it's not your truth. And the goal is to really demote the parts, because that's your 1.0 self, and allow space and room for the real you, your 2.0 self, to appear and be in charge of your decision making. Now you know all that. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do differently now that will make all the difference to either put you on your 2.0 path or keep you there? Alrighty, that is it from me today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this has been a valuable episode for you. It's a deeper episode. There's a bit to unpack. I recommend that you sit with these questions, you journal them, you do what you need to do, because it is all going to help you. Thank you so much, and we will see you in the next episode. If you loved the content in this podcast, you have to come and check out my one-on-one coaching program. We work together for 3 months to get you back in control and change your relationship with food for good. Now, I only have limited places available every month, so go to my website and click Work With Me. That's www.georgiebeams.com. See you over there.